No, it is terrifying what the other side has become, which is why I would love for them to get a good thumping, and they could reconsider. I mean, this is the most left-wing ticket we've ever seen. The craziness with the transgenders and men menstruating. It's going to be, if the worst happens, pedal to the metal on identity politics. It will be completely hands-off Wall Street. You won't get any of the good stuff out of the, Bernie bro types. Oh, no. Wall Street, no, we're here waiting with your bailout. I mean, remember during that debate when Elizabeth Warren owned Michael Bloomberg, what was her complaint with Wall Street? It was that they were sexist. There were all these sex discrimination lawsuits, and she was demanding that Michael Bloomberg release the non-disclosure agreements. And I'm sitting there watching, thinking, wait, that's your complaint with Wall Street? Not that, I don't know, they wrecked the economy, made us bail them out, and then were paying themselves multiple million-dollar bonuses 6 months later. You'd think they'd wait a few years. Hey, let's go easy on the bonuses. Oh, no. And they are hand in glove with the Democratic Party. So if you think you're getting any of the good stuff out of the left, no, it is nothing but bad. It's going to be woke politics all the way down.
That's the fear. Well, listen.
And crime is the biggest fear, which is why I must say I did not think it was the smartest campaign move to keep attacking Biden for the crime bill and using the phrase super predators. There were super predators. There probably are. They were in prison. Now they're being released. Crime is an issue that has traditionally been probably the Republicans' biggest issue. Unfortunately, then Republicans get elected. They solve the crime issue, starting with Giuliani and a lot with Ronald Reagan and changing judges and building prisons. The crime issue goes away, and we can no longer run on it. Once again, the left, hands Trump this gift of releasing criminals in Democratic cities, crime through the roof, mostly black men being killed in astonishing numbers, and this is just the beginning because the prisoners are just being released. And I assume this was a Jared Kushner, Sean Hannity idea. Let's attack Biden for being too tough on crime. Wouldn't have been my suggestion.
I happen to agree with you. My view, Ann, is the left is so utterly destructive. We are literally on our way to a socialist, communist type society. And the proof is that communist is not a bad word any longer.
Yes.
That's the proof.
Yes.
And what is it? 40% of young people think it's a positive name or a positive notion. So to me, you said that voting against is not sufficient. I think it is.
I hope you're right. I mean, in terms of a prediction, but you're right. What's the point in making a prediction? We're going to know in 48 hours.
Well, yeah, no, I wasn't making in terms of prediction. I didn't know you meant in terms of prediction. I see.
Yeah.
I just said...
Oh, I definitely think it's enough of a motivator.
Yes,
certainly
that's
what's getting me to the polls.
Okay.
100% agree. I saw, speaking of what you just said, I see that it's all the time. Pete Buttigieg on TV last night explaining that, people are afraid of words like socialism because they think of much meaner socialist countries, which, well, they just use the word socialism, but they weren't. And then they're always citing countries like Sweden.
Right.
But I can't help but notice that one thing that distinguishes Sweden's socialism from other countries' socialism is that it is a totally homogeneous society.
That's right. Which I've pointed out over and over when people speak about crime rates compared to Europe. Compare North Dakota to Europe. It's easy to have a low crime rate when everybody is the same religion, same ethnicity, same nationality, same language. That's easy.
Yes, and same 100 years of having violence beaten out of them. I'm always pointing out, probably in all of human history, there has never been such a pacific creature, certainly with a Y chromosome, as the modern American white male.
God, is that ever true? God, is that ever true?
Which is why it's so funny to hear the liberals worried that Trump supporters might riot.
Right.
Oh, for Pete's sake, forget the last 6 months. Have you noticed the last 6 years, the last 20 years?
Has there been a right-wing riot?
No. I think the closest we got was back, I guess it was in the 60s, was it 68, the, quote, hard hat riot in New York against the hippies. And that was, well-deserved.
Well, that's 52 years ago. If you have to go back 52 years, that means all riots have been from the left. All.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. What book do you want to promote? Because I love your work.
Well, today you should read In Trump We Trust. Tomorrow, if he wins, resistance is futile. It explains if the Democrats lose tomorrow, it's not going to be because of an amazing campaign by Trump, or even Trump keeping his promises. And by the way, if he had kept his promises, this would be Reagan in 1984. We wouldn't even be worried about it. But put that aside. It is because the left has lost its mind in hatred. They're taking absolutely insane positions.
Okay, that's sufficient. All right, Ann, thank you. She's a major mind.